the enemy. Bad God.
Welcome back to another video. Chapter 1090 recently came out, so we're gonna switch it up a little bit for this video. We're gonna do a 1090 read through with all the panels, and I'm gonna read all of the chat bubble dialogue. So I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know about this video in the comments. Like and subscribe. Thank you for all the support recently. Hope you enjoy. To get right into it, like I said before, this chapter is 1090 and it is called Admiral Kizaru, and we can see that Captain Kuro is reading a book peacefully with the black cats from Pientomika. So it starts off with Luffy saying, "What's up? I'm Monkey D. Luffy," saying he's gonna be the king of the pirates. And they're like, "What are you doing, Luffy?" And he just says, "We're in alliance with Dr. Vegapunk, and if you care about your safety, withdraw the fleet." And you can see York crying in the back. Kizaru looks alarmed. And you can see some of the men, they're saying, calling them bastards. How can they sink that low? Then you hear Morgan on the bottom. He's interfering with the call, saying, "What am I hearing? What's happening?" He's over at the World Economic Headquarters. And then it cuts to the Gurusai, and they're talking about your Straw Hat Luffy, who's alive in the labo phase right now, counting all the injured ones, and the Luffy's crew saying not to say anyone. And then he's like, "Is that Nico Robin?" And then you can see it goes click, and the crew's yelling at Luffy for talking with him, asking them to withdraw their fleet. And then it cuts to Saturn, and he's like, "We have to protect three things: York, Plunk Records, Vegapunk's brain, and the power plants and the Mother Flame." So it starts off with one of those Marine generals, whoever they are. They're approaching Saturn, discussing about the worst case scenario and the other CP, pole agents, whatever. And Saturn drops that cold, heart-chilling line: "Humans are no different from insects." And this obviously scares York. She's crying, and then she explains to the crew they're going to do to Egghead what they did to O'Hara. Nami beats the crap out of York for that, because you can't be speaking on O'Hara in front of Robin, but Robin seems chill about it. And then basically you have the whole crew conversing, everything's going on, and you cut to the bottom. There's a bunch of information going on. It goes, "For the state of Vegapunk satellites, 4 are injured, 2 are dead, and for the Straw Hat crew." And then it goes, "What are you muttering over there, Lucci?" And Lucci just says, "It's nothing. I'm talking to myself." You guys think he's ratting? Alright, in panel 3, it starts off with Usopp calling at everyone below who was up with all the seraphim, asking if they're alright. And they're like, "Oh, the Straw Hat crew," and you can see they're all eating and rejoicing, having fun, whatever. And then it cuts below to all the seraphim, and it can explain that Dr. Vegapunk made those clear bubbles after the Pacifista Mark III, and they are in fact all made out of sea prism stone. And then it cuts to little S-Snake Boa Hancock in love with Luffy, and she's just explaining that there's no orders to eliminate them, so they're no concern to them. In panel 4, we go to the just regular bystanders, and they're being like, "Oh, that's a relief," because they're freaking out about the bubbles. And even so, "We are still grateful to you, S-Snake." So they're just giving her thanks. And then Frankie's is doing his little petrification, whatever. Because, he fell in love with her. Because Frankie's that dog. And it cuts to Vegapunk. And then Hancock's thinking about Luffy. And, she's getting all lovey-dovey. And it cuts to Jinbei and Vegapunk. And they're just discussing about the factors during the process and all that. In panel 5, it cuts to Luffy thanking Hancock, and she starts freaking out, saying that, "Oh my god, Luffy, did you just say you love me?" And then Vegapunk's talking to Stella, asking about how the system's not working, and saying that they can't open the front dome, and they can't disable the barrier. And then it cuts to York laughing because she's got the password, and she doesn't plan on telling it to anyone. And then it just talks about York getting hungry or whatever, and then it cuts back to the crew and Stella talking about how they're all surrounded. And they're basically seeming just super chill about it. What do you guys think is gonna go down? For panel 6, they go to the that triple directional thing. It's been so long, I forgot what they're called. The log posts and all the destinations, whatever, about Wano. And then they're saying Elbaf. They need to go to Elbaf. So you think they're finally going to Elbaf? And they're talking about how it's big and how there's gonna be big people, and Usopp's excited, cause Usopp went to Elbaf. And then they explain on the map of where they gotta go for it. So you guys think they're gonna go to Elbaf? So in panel 7, he goes to Vegapunk, and he's talking about the Marine blockade and the airfield of Egghead. And then it cuts to Frankie, so we can see that Frankie and Vegapunk are kind of cutting it up together, You guys, this could be good. Vegapunk's gonna learn or teach Frankie some good things. And then they're talking to the other Vegapunk, and they're explaining about the plan of escape. And then, we got Corky saying, you guys will never get the fucking password. And Vegapunk gets mad, and he's like, don't underestimate the power of Vegapunk. In panel 8, we could see Vegapunk talking to Lilith, and he's leaving her to command the Vega Force, because, Vegapunk's leaving, and it cuts to them running. And they're all cheerful, because, they're starting their adventures. And, we see Luffy, and he starts to notice something, and he's like, why did you get in this mood all of a sudden? So weird. And then they start hearing crashes and talking about how York was crying and all that. And it cuts to the next panel. For panel number 9, it cuts to the seas, and it is confirmed Rod Lucci has made contact. He is a snake. He's opping from the inside. And then it cuts to Saturn and Kizaru, and they're talking about the rats. They're just like, oh, our rat friend is just saving us. But you can tell they're on the way. They're coming. Kicking it off to panel 10, we got our infinite Saturn talking about how you need to just ignore Lucci. And we got Kizaru arguing for our boy Lucci. And we can see that Kizaru is standing up for Lucci, saying that he's a valuable asset to the Marines. And Saturn just don't give a fuck. He said you need to forget about him. Know his place. Kizaru gonna stick up for him though, and they about to leave. In panel 11, it cuts to all the Marines at the station, and they're all like, get your battle stations. They're all lining up, whatever, and it cuts to the Vice Admirals, and the Admirals all getting ready for the assault. And their missions to free all the CPO agents from the pirates. And they're basically all gearing up, and then it cuts to the Straw Hats, and we see our main character, the MC baby bouncing on the sky clouds, saying, I love sky clouds. And then coming up in panel 12, we see Kizaru coming up on the battlefield, and it shows him doing the Yada no Kami. And that's the that mirror technique. We see bing, bing, bang, bang, bang. He's lighting everywhere. And, we see Senamaru smiling. And he's lining up all the pacifista units. It's going down. And finally, for the last panel, we see Kizaru fighting through Senamaru. And he's saying, prepare yourself. And then Senamaru says, my defense is the strongest in the world. And then the crew comes back and there goes, what's that? There's this light coming. And Luffy says, hey, someone very strong is coming. Who do you guys think it's going to be? Kizaru? I think it's going to be Kobe. Ooh. To anyone who made it this far in the video, I just want to give a special thanks. This is a new style type of video. Let me know in the comments if you enjoy this type of style. Trying to get a custom-made schedule on all these videos lately, but hope you guys enjoy. Like and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell for daily uploads. Anime Uncut is out.